Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. My video title, you know what this video is about. Today we're discussing, of course, a lot of news, of course, from the NBA on the weekly review. The first thing to discuss, of course, that we've seen days ago is Wembanyama. Wembanyama will be out for the rest of the season. As you guys know, he suffered a shoulder injury, kind of like a blood clot problem in his shoulder or something that happened, so he's out for the season. And that's a big blow for the San Antonio Spurs, their franchise player. They just traded, of course, for De'Aaron Fox. And then things are kind of working out a little bit with them, like a little bit their chemistry and building it up. But the Spurs always have, of course, next year. They might still maybe make a run for the play-in, maybe with De'Aaron Fox and stuff, make a surge. But next year they can definitely build it up. You know, they have the money, they can build up and add some pieces in the offseason and kind of get back to being a contending team. But we'll see exactly what happens with the Wembanyama situation. Because at first I thought it was just going to be he missed one game because they said he was questionable at one point, and then they had to broke the news and said that, oh, Wemby's out for the rest of the year. I said out for the rest of the year. I was like, oh, I thought it was questionable at one point with the shoulder injury, but then now he's like out for the entirety of the season, the rest of the season. So hopefully he recovers well and he can get back on the court and doing the thing he loves. Now move on to the next thing, which is the NBA standings, of course. As you guys know, the Cavaliers are still number 1 in the East. Celtics still number 2. Knicks are still number 3. You got the Pacers at 4. You got the Bucks at 5. You got the Pistons at 6. The Magic at 7. My Heat finally broke their losing streak. They beat the Raptors in overtime, and the Heat at 8. And then you have the Hawks at 9, and you have the Bulls at 10. So that's kind of like the top 10 teams right there. The teams that's going to be battling for the playing spot. Of course, at 11, you got, of course, the Brooklyn Nets, which have a chance, and the 76ers at 12. Raptors at 13, Hornets at 14, and then Wizards at 15. So I did have in the video I did first that I deleted. Because I'm going to add it to this video right here. I was discussing who I think the most dangerous teams is, like in each conference, the East Conference and the West Conference. And I think in the East, the Cavaliers have the best record, but you know it hurts me to say this, you know, because I am a Celtic hater, you know, Heat fans, you know, it's by blood like that. Ever since 2010s, the Heat and Celtics have been big time rivals like that. So it hurts me to say this, you know, I want to throw up saying this, but the Celtics is the best team in the Eastern Conference. They're probably the best team in the NBA as well, but best team in the Eastern Conference for sure. I know the Cavaliers got a better record, but the Celtics is a team I cannot see anybody going out there being able to beat them in the 7-game series. Their team is just very good. They can play different styles of basketball. They can play big man ball if you want to. They can play small man ball if you want to. If they can work in transition, you know, the half-court sets. Jason Tatum playing at a high level. He's an MVP candidate as well. I think he's like 5th or 4th MVP voting. We'll get to that later in this video too as well. Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday, all these individuals they have on their team, everybody kind of in sync. Everybody playing well, and they have a fiery coach in Joe Mazzulla who's just very physical. Remember, he said a few weeks back, he said he wished they didn't have halftime. He wished the players just go out there, keep playing and stuff. He wanted those hard-nosed coaches going out there and just wanted to see his team play physical, and they play physical with the best of them, and go out there and they can beat the best of them as well. So I can't see any team beating them in a 7-game series, beating them 4 times. I cannot see that right now. Maybe, you know, as time goes on, we'll see if some teams can contend with them, but I feel like the Celtics might be marching themselves right back to the finals and stuff. But you never know what could happen. Of course, playoffs is different. Sometimes you see people step up and make plays, but the Celtics have shown us, like last year, they did to everybody, and then this year as well, what they're doing to a lot of people too. They're going to be a top team up there to beat. Moving on to the Western Conference, you have the Thunder, number 1, 45-10. Grizzlies, you got the Nuggets, you got the Lakers, you got the Rockets, the Clippers, Timberwolves, Mavericks at 8, and you got the Warriors at 9. At 10, you got the Kings, and then the Suns at 11, Spurs at 12, Trailblazers at 13, Jazz at 14, and then the Pelicans at 15. Now, I think the most dangerous team in the West, of course, the Thunder is a phenomenal team. They're gonna be a good team. I think they're gonna go the distance. They have a lot of picks. I think I still kind of agree with that. And next year they're gonna use some of those picks and make a big move for somebody in free agency. Kevin Durant coming back to OKC would be great. Imagine Kevin Durant coming to the Thunder, you know, back to finally help bring a championship with them with the new young core. I think that actually work out perfectly on maybe next season. And you know, the Grizzlies are a good team too, but I think the most dangerous team in the Western Conference might be the Nuggets. Jokic, you can never count Jokic out. He's an MVP. He's second in the voting right now. Again, the MVP race right now, like in the rankings. Jokic is just a phenomenal player. 3-time MVP. He can do everything on the court that you want him to do. A rebound machine. He averaging a triple-double right now as well, playing at an all-time high level. So I think when you have a guy like that on the team, and no one has shown to be able to stop him either. We've seen Anthony Davis go against him. We've seen the Embiids. We've seen all different individuals try to go against Jokic, and Jokic just go out there and just handle everybody. And look at the Western Conference. You know, looking at like a lot of the bigs that are there, nobody really gonna be able to stop Jokic's reign and terror like that. I think Jokic is going to lead the Nuggets the distance. You know, Jamal Murray had his moments too, where he like spark off and do some crazy things as well. Aaron Gordon as well. So I think we can probably see the Nuggets go definitely a good distance in this playoffs and be one of the most dangerous teams, I think, because they just have that fiery guy, the guy in Jokic who can just give opposing teams just headaches and stuff out there. Don't get me wrong, the Thunder is still a very good team. I like the Thunder a lot as well, but the Nuggets, I feel like they're the most dangerous team in the Western Conference. The Rockets is a sleeper team as well. Sleeper team, you know, Rockets and Clippers and stuff. But we're going to see what happens and see who battle out for those spots. I know the Warriors looking a little better too now with Jimmy Butler playing at a good level. You know, he was the Heat at first, traded to the Warriors, playing pretty good with Stephen Curry and them, but they still play a lot of small ball. So we'll see how that kind of pan out a little bit once the playoffs come. But man, I think the Nuggets might be the most dangerous team in the West. But in the entire NBA, like I mentioned earlier in the video, the Celtics are their most dangerous team probably in the entire NBA, but they're definitely the most dangerous in the East, and the West is definitely the Nuggets. So yeah, let me know down below what you think as well. Now, let's move on, of course, to the last topic, which is discussing, of course, the Kia MVP race. The race is still going on. So I think it's on. I think around the same. I think SGA is still number one. Let me pull the list up. Yeah, SGA is still number one, averaging 32 points per game, 5 rebounds and 6 assists per game. You got Jokic at number 2, like I mentioned earlier in the video, 29 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, averaging a triple-double. Yeah, hopefully he can maintain that. That'd be amazing. He has, I think, 25 or 26 triple-doubles, the 10 more than anybody else, the next closest. So he's playing at a phenomenal high level. You got Giannis, of course, is there, 31 points, 12 rebounds, 5.9 assists. You have Jason Tatum at 4, 27 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and then you have Karl-Anthony Towns at 5, 24 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists. So those are top guys in the MVP race right now. I think it's gonna come down to SGA winning it because Jokic got voter fatigue, kind of like they did with Lamar Jackson's, the LeBron James, the Michael Jordans. You know, the different individuals who like always be ready to win the award every time. You know, you eventually get voter fatigue a little bit. Peyton Manning and stuff like that because you can give them to them every year, really, like that. Mahomes as well. All different sports like that. You ever see an MVP get voter fatigue? It usually happens sometimes. I think Jokic averaging triple-double is crazy. And his team right now is a 3rd seed as well, so we'll see what happens. But SGA averaging 32 points per game is very good as well, too. But Jokic averaging 29 a game, almost 30 points a game with averaging triple-double as well. I don't know. We'll see who win it like that. My pick at the beginning of the season was SGA, you know, but we'll see if SGA can hold off and win it unless Jokic win his, it'll be 4th one, I think. So that'd be crazy to see. But yeah, that's kind of the race right now for the MVP. That's kind of all I have for today's video, you know, discussing some of the standings and seeing some of the stuff that's been happening. Actually, I want to discuss it first. Luka Doncic did play, been playing a little better. You know, he started off a little slow with the Lakers a little bit. I think his 4th game with the Lakers, he scored 32 points. He had 32 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists in that game against Denver like that too. So he was out there playing well and stuff. So he's kind of getting his bearing a little bit underneath him, playing better basketball and stuff. You know, Luka is kind of getting back to the groove a little bit. I know he's still had a chip on his shoulder. I'm definitely going to watch that game when they play the Mavericks. I think on Tuesday. I'm gonna be at that, what's the thing called, the Coliseum, or it is called like that, with the big screens around. I'm gonna go to that to watch it. So we're gonna see how that transpires. I'm not gonna be in LA, but we'll see how it transpires and see what happens and go down with that. But yeah, that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.